my story about when they tried to, when Jim Hormel was nominated to become the ambassador to Luxembourg?
Yeah.
And the far right opposed him because he was openly gay.
Yep.
And I was working at the Wall Street Journal at the time, and my boss said, find out exactly why they're opposing him. You know, talk to them, see exactly what their rationale is. So I called up the Family Research Council and said, can you help me out here? And they said, well, we're going to send you some material. And I said, oh, great, fine. They sent me 3 giant boxes of gay porn. And I was like, oh.
What?
And I called them, and I was like, okay, I got but one box, honestly, had a NAMBLA coloring book in it.
What?
It was a coloring book of pedophile gay porn.
No, hold up. This story's way too interesting. So the Family Research Council sent it to you?
Yeah. And so I called them, and I was like, why do I have this? Like, what have you done? And they said, well, James Hormel has created a gay and lesbian and transgender reading room in the San Francisco Library. And I was like, oh, my God, and this is in that library? Like, it's a gay porn library? And they were like, oh, no, but this is stuff that could be in there.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's an awesome story.
Like, oh, my God. And so for the next week, I had to catalog exactly what they had sent me. And so I just would come home, you know, I don't care how you feel about pornography or whether you're gay or straight, you cannot look at porn for 8 hours a day in your office and still be a complete person after 2 weeks.
But I don't even know why you had to look at it. I mean, these guys are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. This is stuff that's not in the library.
We wanted to make that point and show exactly what they were sending people who asked about James Hormel. So
look, we have to, Christy, this is like the greatest story you've ever told. I don't know why you're keeping it in your back pocket.
It's a pretty good one, huh?
Yeah, okay, so I can't wrap my mind around it. They're like, okay, we're going to oppose this guy on principle because he's gay, and so I'm sure if he went to Luxembourg, the whole country would implode with, you know, explode with gay porn all over the place. But the amazing part of it is that they went and got all this gay porn.
Well, that was my question: was where did it come from? Like, do they just
that's the thing. Exactly.
Warehouses of gay porn on their compound? Did they have to like write away for it? Like, who decided which? Who found the NAMBLA coloring book? Where did that come from?
How do you even find a NAMBLA coloring book? How? If I try to find a NAMBLA coloring book, I couldn't find one because I have no idea. But these guys are obsessed. It's in their heads. And they're, look, I'm going to go too far here. But you made me do it. They're gay.
Sorry. I mean, I told you I'm still a little warped from it, and this is 11 years ago.
No, I'm telling you, they're gay, okay? And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just they're so, like, that guy is gay and he's going up for an ambassadorship. Oh, I got a great idea. Let me watch hours and hours of gay porn as research against that. You don't do that because that's research against the guy. You do that because you love the gay porn. Okay?
Right.
I mean, keep it real. And then after collecting and watching all this gay porn, then they send it over to you like, aha, we got him. It turns out there's gay porn in the world. And he's
here I am,
gay.
this little 26-year-old in pearls and a headband, sitting in the middle of a crowded newsroom trying to catalog 3 boxes of gay pornography. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's crazy, man. That's crazy talk. That's the kind of stuff.
It was painful at the time, but it's kind of awesome afterwards. But at the time, I just was like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Look, think about it this way. Every straight guy, when they get caught with straight porn on their computer at work or wherever, they're like, I was doing research.
It's political.
Right, I was doing research. It was for for me, it was for the show. It was for this. It was for that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so we know what it is, right? So these guys, they didn't go collect all that gay porn for no reason. They wanted to watch it. Oh, they're unbelievable.
And I'd like to add that I got this box there are these boxes couriered over to me within 24 hours of talking to them. So they had it. Like, they had it.
They kept it around just in case.
It was in the office kind of thing. And but yeah, I think that speaking to it on an intellectual level, I think that when you are so obsessed with something and your brain cannot get away. You're so worried about, gay marriage that you talk about it all the time, and you think about it, and you fight against it, and you give your 4-year-old signs about it. It probably shows an inner conflict or turmoil that you are working through, because normal people just don't have those obsessions.
Yeah, I have never collected gay porn as research against gays. I mean, I'm a guy though, man, and I know guy excuses, and that's a guy excuse. Okay.
Yeah.